John Hanscom, I've known John for quite a while now. I know he's got a paranoia about a lot of things in life. Security cameras is one.
Oh,
but snakes is another. Our special guest in the studio this morning is Dusty Jones. Morning, Dusty.
Morning.
Now, we didn't bring you in here to talk about snakes, but seeing you brought a couple of pythons in, we might as well talk about those first.
Right.
You've got a couple, what, 3 pythons?
Yeah, there's 3 pythons, 2 carpet pythons and this small one which I'm holding. It's a diamond python. These are to be released today. They're going back out into the wild where they belong.
So that big one?
This big one here.
How big is it?
Probably it's only about 1.5 metres. It wouldn't be much long. They do grow much, much bigger. Yes, they can go up to 2-3 metres.
So where did you get them from?
Well, one came out of a house. The small one came out of a house, went through a cat door and got into the kitchen. And then this one on my shoulder here actually came out of a car. And that one there came out of another area. So they get into the most beautiful areas in your house.
So when you're going to let them go later on today, you just take them out in the scrub somewhere?
No. These are, I take all the snakes. I try and replace back as close to the areas they come from, if it's safe. If not, I will take them out to an area where there's good feed, where there's plenty to eat, where there'll be plenty of freedom and not many people. So that's where these 3 are going to go today. Okay.
So when they just go back into the house, I mean, presumably they get it going in there to seek warmth, is that right?
They only go into a house, they're looking for feed.
Right.
So they might have had a rat run into the house, leave its droppings, its urine trace, and they'll go in. Snakes get into houses accidentally, they get into cars accidentally and things like this. A lot of people get worried, then they call me, and we just go in there and rescue them. Take them home, take the ticks off them, make sure that they're in good health, and then release.
Okay, now I understand water.
Yes.
Cold water is a really good way to deal with a snake if we can't get hold of Dusty.
Yes, definitely. Just a garden hose, heavy jet of water from a distance of 5 or 10 metres away. Hit the snake in the head once, move the jet of water down to the middle of its back, from the middle of the back to its tail, drive it out. Goes next door, educate the next door person. That's all you've got to do.
Yeah, and so they're getting away from that water because it's cold.
Because it's cold, it hurts, but it doesn't kill them. It doesn't break bones, and it lets them know that you're uncomfortable. Get out of my garden.
I suppose most people end up getting bitten when trying to get rid of them themselves.
That's right. We have lots of people bitten by snakes, and they're only because they're trying to kill them or trying to remove them. As you know, it's just a few weeks ago that a young man of 24-year-old picked up an Eastern Brown, and he didn't even know he'd been bitten, Graham. It happened so fast, so quick, he did not even know that he'd been bitten, and I believe he died. Probably about half an hour after, 15 minutes afterwards. But they strike so fast.
Many of the snakes around this area, that deadly? I mean, I know we get tigers around here.
Tigers, Eastern Browns. Eastern Browns are one of the most venomous and one of the most beautiful snakes in the world. But yes, we've got Eastern Browns, we've got tiger snakes, but red belly blacks love eating snakes. So a red belly black is rather a wonderful, beautiful snake. If you come to my house, you'll find maybe 2 or 3 lying around the pergola sunning themselves because they come out of the bush. I live in the bush, and to me they're most beautiful.
Now, Max upset our last guest by calling an Irishman an American. I assume you're an Englishman.
Yes, I am.
Okay, thank goodness I got that right. How did an Englishman get an interest in Australian native animals?
I've been interested in snakes since I was 11. In England we have one snake, Graham, it's called an adder, and my mother and father used to beat the crap out of me because they used to think I was going to get bitten, and rather than me bitten and die, they'd beat the crap out of me. But it never stopped me from loving snakes, so whenever I went into other countries like Afghanistan, Pakistan, India, I went hunting for their snakes, and I've loved snakes. In this country we've got 75% of the most beautiful snakes in the world, the most highly venomous snakes in the world we have in this country. The red belly black is my favourite snake. It is the most beautiful snake in the world, and I'm interested. I don't want people hurting them or killing them. It's against the law. These are protected species. Respect them. That's what you've got to do.